Hey friends, welcome back to Whispering Grace, a space to slow down, study God's Word deeply, and rest in His presence. Today we're talking about Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, who still found himself empty at the end of his life. It's a hard truth that hit me recently. Solomon had everything: wealth, power, knowledge, favor, and still, in the final words of Ecclesiastes, he said this in Ecclesiastes 12:13. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. Now, that's coming from a man who tried everything but obedience and came back to this: God is the only thing that truly matters. Solomon does start strong. In 1 Kings 3, he humbly asks for wisdom instead of riches. God is pleased and blesses him abundantly. Solomon builds the temple. He leads with discernment. He writes Proverbs full of insight about life, justice, and character. But somewhere along the way, his heart drifts. 1 Kings 11 tells us that Solomon's many wives led him to worship other gods. The wisest man still gave in to compromise. Now that's the sobering part. Wisdom without obedience is empty. You can know all about God and still forget to honor him. Solomon lost his awe, he lost his wonder, and eventually he lost his peace. The book of Ecclesiastes feels like a man riding through a midlife faith crisis. Everything's meaningless, he says, again and again, but the very end holds the gold. In Ecclesiastes 12:13, fear God and keep his commandments is Solomon's advice. Solomon circles back to the truth that faith and reverence are much more important than success, intellect, or status. We don't need to know it all. We need to trust the one who does. If Solomon could be given everything and still feel lost, then maybe we don't need more answers. Maybe we just need more awe. Maybe our faith doesn't have to be flashy or brilliant. Maybe it just needs to be obedient. Solomon's story is proof that God doesn't demand perfection. He wants your heart. So today, let this be your quiet reminder. It's not about what you've gained. It is about who you follow. And sitting quietly, listening for God's voice is a way to get better at following Him. If that spoke to you today, subscribe for more Bible studies like this one. And remember, God's whisper is often more powerful than the world's noise. We just have to learn to listen for it. I'll see you next time.